Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Scooters Plus on Summer Avenue. Now, here's your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
When you hear the sound of coming, hear the drums drumming, I want you to join together with the band. We don't move in any particular directions, and we don't make no collections. I want you to join together with the band.
Yo, welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Davis all day long, all day strong, and it is a beautiful week in the world of sports. Why? Because damn, man, wall-to-wall sports. Football. Plus, we're going to feast. We got Thanksgiving. It's NFL. It's rivalry week. We got everything to talk about. Plus, you got a little Grizzlies action we had last night, a little Boston Celtics in town. Good little fight by the Grizzlies. Close game, had a shot at a three-pointer to win that jun at the end. It just did not fall. But we'll talk a little Grizzlies. Plus, we got to talk about them Memphis Tigers because they don't play no games. There's a lot of stuff to get to, and I can tell you right now, a lot of talk around college football. Jordan Travis's injury. Graham Mertz hurting his collarbone. I'm going to talk about what Dino Baber said. He's out at Syracuse talking about name, image, likeness, the transfer portal, and how teams in the Power 5 conferences that are not the upper echelon teams have no damn depth because all the people that can go out there and make more money and transfer to bigger schools, well, they do that. And then you're, back doing whatever it is. By the way, Georgia, they're a juggernaut, beat the brakes off of Tennessee. But there is one little thing that I've noticed. Do you know Georgia, in their last 5 games, has given up a touchdown on the first possession of the game in every single one of those games?
Wow, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But after that, they kick your teeth in.
That's right.
They beat
They give you just a sliver of hope, John.
Just a sliver of hope to start off the game. Hey, man, just let them go. And you saw it was a 75-yard touchdown by Tennessee, first play of the game. And then, the wheels just fell off. That was painful. Speaking of painful, is how bad did that hurt Graham Mertz? Did you realize how good Graham Mertz was playing this year, by the way, Dacus?
He's been improving every week, John.
Now, I made fun of Florida all the way back at the Utah game.
Well, for good reason.
Because I'm like, Graham Mertz, please. He's terrible. He was terrible at Wisconsin. He's not going to be able to run Napier's offense. Boy, was I wrong. My man. Did you know that he's completed 73% of his passes this season?
I did not know it was that high, no.
For 2,903 yards. He has 20 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. Damn. And they still aren't that good. But they almost clipped Missouri in one of the wildest games to this season. 4th down and 17. Missouri gets it, goes down the field, kicks the field goal, beats Florida. Saves my life. But now, again, rivalry week, you have Florida State with no Jordan Travis, which that was a gruesome injury.
Oh, it was bad.
It really was. It was nasty. You hate to see it.
John, I didn't see that game because I was such a busy Saturday for me, but I didn't watch a lot of college football on Saturday, and I missed that play, and my brother texted me.
It's probably a good thing.
Well, my brother texted me, and I was eating dinner, and he was like, hey, did you see what happened to Jordan Travis? And I said, no. And so I immediately went to Twitter and searched Jordan Travis, and it was the first video that came up, obviously, and I was watching it while I was eating dinner, and I thought I was going to throw up.
Yeah, that's always a good way if you're on a diet. Look at something like that. It'll definitely curb your appetite. It definitely will. Got tons of weekends, winners and losers to get to. Jake Crane's going to join us today. We also have, of course, it is Monday, so we'll talk Tigers and Grizzlies with Terry Davis at 11:30. We got Hardenwood because it feels so good. You know me and Dacus are going to break down some of the NFL from yesterday, and there was just a lot of wild action. I got some crazy, crazy numbers for you today. Also got to say, what the hell happened to Auburn?
Man, that was crazy.
Whoa. Do you know Jake Crane's a big Auburn fan?
Oh, yeah.
I am just got to ask him, so you paid $1.5 million for the Aggies to come and kick your teeth in? That was embarrassing. Like, that was, I don't even know. I mean, wow, Hugh Freeze. New Mexico State just put a whooping all over you. And it was something that was ugly. There was a lot of craziness in the NFL as well. But tonight we have Eagles and the Chiefs, arguably the best two teams in football. Taylor Swift might be in the house. You know, everybody wants a little T-Swizzle. And again, of course, this weekend we got just, everything. Like we got Black Friday, we got Thanksgiving, we got football wall to wall. It's rivalry week. It's going to be ridiculous. Oh, I'm just looking forward to it. Now, we are going to talk with Jake Crane, but I got to remind you, the first hour is brought to you by the wonderful people over at Scooters Plus, 3425 Summer Avenue. Head on over to Scooters Plus. They have the largest showroom around. They have ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, e-bikes, trikes, you name it, they've got it. If it's got wheels and a motor, it's at Scooters Plus. Plus, they have all the parts, the repairs, sales, and service. You can go to scootersplus.us to check out their website. Financing options available. Christmas is around the corner. Go over there, put 25% down on layaway. Santa Claus will pick it up, and he'll drop it down the chimney on Christmas. But it is time to talk with the wild man, Jake Crane from the Crane & Company. You can check him out on YouTube. You can follow him on the Twitter. You can see him everywhere, and he joins me every Monday. What's up, Jake?
Man, JR, what's up, my dog?
Man, just chilling and I'm just excited. There's wall-to-wall football this week. Tons of turkey and dressing. Like, if you're a football fan, you just have to be excited. And plus, if you like to argue and go back and forth, there's a whole lot of stuff that you can argue about. Yeah. Florida State loses Jordan Travis. People are always already talking about them. Should they be left out? I know they got Florida left. Florida lost Graham Mertz. Florida State 6.5-point favorite. They go to the ACC championship game. They've got Louisville. The fact Louisville lost to Pitt this year, they shot themselves in the foot. First and foremost, what's your take on Florida State, Jordan Travis? We had way back in the day, remember Cardell Jones, he won a championship, and he was the backup for Ohio State.
Yeah, look, number one, this time of year, it's great, but it's always bittersweet because that means the season's pretty much over and we're heading into the postseason. And then into purgatory. But at least we got college basketball coming down the pipe in the NFL playoffs as well. But look, when it comes to Florida State, number one, they have to take care of business this weekend in a very hostile environment, rivalry game on the road. Then you face a very tough Louisville team. And it's not your typical Louisville team that wants to spread it out. Hey, let's turn it into a basketball game, see if we can outscore you. This is a grimy, run the ball, play action, heavy box defense that's kind of flipping the way that Louisville's played and what they've really been known for. And I think Brown needs to win at least one of the 1,300 Coach of the Year awards. But I'm going to say this. If Florida State finishes this regular season undefeated and then wins the ACC championship game and they are 13-0, they deserve to be in the playoffs. I don't care who's hurt or what. This thing needs to be built on meritocracy. All right, you can't sit here. If you sit here and you don't put him in and you say it's because of the injury, then what you're really doing is saying that the regular season really doesn't matter in the beginning. You can't live like that. You're also sending a signal to people, why would you ever schedule anybody good at all in the non-conference, right, if the first beginning of the season doesn't matter, whether that's FSU being left out, whether that's a one-loss Alabama getting in over a one-loss Texas, which I don't think would happen. You're watering down the regular season. Football is the ultimate team sport. Jordan Travis is a huge part. He is. I said he was the steak to the college football dinner of that Florida State team. Most quarterbacks are. But you can't punish the whole team because a player got hurt when they were perfect throughout the year. They were ranked in the top 4. I think it would be absolute blasphemy if Florida State was left out because of an injury and sends an awful message. I'd be shocked. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to be undefeated. I think Louisville's going to beat them.
You think they're going to get up there and bite them? Is it because of possibly, are you a believer in Tate Rodemaker?
I'm a believer in that, I've watched him play a little bit last year against Louisville, actually. Not that I think he's a bad player, but, Louisville's got the pieces to be able to stay in that game. And if he makes any sort of young mistake or he doesn't play it really close to the vest, which does limit you still on offense, Louisville's going to have a chance. Now, I got to see how well Louisville's able to run the ball. It's going to be a live bet situation. You best believe that. But I think Louisville can hang with them because they're as physical as they are. The only difference is FSU's got a couple more pieces, whether that be Johnny the Giraffe Wilson, are Keon Coleman or Jaheim Bell. But you look at Louisville, they got a couple really good backs, including Jordan Plummer. He's been a lot more hit than he has missed. So not having that legs element of Jordan Travis could really take an effect in that Louisville game.
Man,
Changes the way they defend people.
You mentioned something, watering down the regular season. I've been one of those guys. Probably I'm in the very small minority. The expansion. I've heard a lot of people this year saying, "Damn it, the expansion, college football expansion going to 12. Man, if they just would have done it this year, they're a year late. This year's, it's deep, it's deep, it's deep." You talked about watering down the regular season. I've never been a real big proponent of going to 12. Now, I'm an Ole Miss fan, so if they don't go to 12, Ole Miss is never going to get in. But I feel like we already have the playoffs. Like, we have Ole Miss and Michigan playing this week. You got Washington and Oregon coming down the pipe. Georgia and Alabama are on a collision course. Those, to me, already feel like playoff football. And that's kind of why the regular season in college football, I think, is the greatest regular season in sports. What do you think, Jake?
Well, I agree that too much expansion in the playoff will water down the regular season just because of math. I mean, they're not going to add more games to the collegiate player. They're not going to do that because that goes against the player safety narrative that they're always trying to tell everybody that they care so much about. If you add more teams, you are eventually going to have to play less regular season games.
Yep.
You're not going to extend the calendar. So also, the more teams you add, the less relevance and the more conference expansion, which is really conference reduction when you look at it, the more teams that are in one conference, the less out-of-conference big-time games that you're going to play. Like if I'm the SEC and we're adding Texas and Oklahoma and we go to a 9-game in-conference schedule, I'm not playing Texas if they're not in my conference. I'm not playing Oregon in the Chick-fil-A kickoff. It's just not going to happen. But where I thought 8 was the perfect number when it comes to playoff expansion.
I can handle 8.
12,
12 is just a little deep.
12 is right at the cap, but we all know they're going to go further. Once they see the money that this brings in, they'll take a game away from the regular season and then say, oh, well, this helps out with the tiebreakers because we don't have divisions anymore or whatever. But I just hope this isn't a flash-in-the-pan parity year. And we may end up with Georgia versus Michigan in the Natty, but it has been a while since we have had this many teams we can talk about having a chance down the stretch. I just hope that this is the new normal and not the anomaly.
Oh, man. College football, money's going to be so big. But, again, that regular season for college football, that's why I like it. From week 1 all the way to the end, every single game is so damn crucial. Big game at the Man, Michigan-Ohio State this weekend is huge. I didn't realize this. Do you know Ohio State has not been a underdog in 44 Big Ten, competitions? They're an underdog right now playing Michigan on the road. Who you like?
Well, Cohn brought this up on the show. A former Michigan quarterback, my co-host, said that it's the first time that Michigan has been favored against Ohio State in a really long time. I tell you what. I typically go with my gut instinct always. Rivalry games are crazy. Something just makes me not want to trust Kyle McCord in this game. Like they've kind of coddled him along a little bit, not nearly as much as Penn State coddled Drew Aller. You got Marvin Harrison, you got Igbuka, you got Cade Stover. I just feel like he makes a couple of big mistakes in this game. Now, if you remember last year, Ohio State played a bunch of zero coverage, which means you're naked in the back end. One guy gets beat deep, it's a wrap. And that's how Michigan, they kind of quick strike them a little bit. But C.J. Stroud is not walking out there for Ohio State. This Michigan team, I think, is so much better up front overall than Ohio State is on both sides of the ball. Ohio State had to replace 2 tackles and a center and a quarterback. Even though they recruited at a very high level, that's not easy to do. It's in the big house. I wish this game would keep getting bet down. Bet it down to 2.5, please. I don't want to buy that point, but I would take Michigan all the way up to minus 7, to be honest with you. I think Michigan's going to find a way. They're just mushy in a good way. They don't get smushed. They just smush you. Kyle McCord makes a couple bad decisions, and in this game, that'll cost you everything. Give me Michigan.
I love it. I think I'm going to write down during the commercial break. I think I'm going to go load up on Michigan right when I get off.
I love it. It's just something just whispering in the wind. Kyle McCord, pick 6.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, Oregon State, man, them Beavers going on the road to Eugene. Alton Stadium's going to be bumping. I mean, Oregon's a 14-point favorite. Is there any chance they could come up there and bite Bo Nix, or is he right now on his way to a Heisman?
Ooh, buy it down to 13.5 and hammer Oregon. Get the hammer out and hammer Oregon. If there's a duck near you, just look at him. He'll look at you. You'll know the answer. Look, Oregon State had every break last week going into that game. The football gods gave Oregon State that game on a silver platter with the elements going against a Washington team that is a true pass-to-run team. Oregon State is a run, play action. They want to be heavy defensively. There's been some games this year where that Oregon State defense hadn't played well, but Washington out-grimied them. They beat Oregon State at their own game, which I think speaks a lot to Washington and their team identity.
Yep.
Very rarely do you see a team with that style and that system kind of take on that mindset. They have kind of been a chameleon this year. But the more I wipe my eyes at Oregon, the more I see an SEC team. I don't think Oregon State's going to be able to run the ball. I do not trust DJU. He's in my Joe Milton category of I don't trust you to make the routine throws routine, and I don't trust you to throw your team to a win against a good defense. Oregon does a really good job tackling in space, so when they get him in predictable downs, even if they want to run the screen game, they should be able to get him down. I think Oregon is better up front on both sides of the ball than Oregon's. Well, I'll say the offensive line's close. Oregon State's offensive line's pretty good. I just don't think they'll be able to establish enough of a ground game, talking about Oregon State, to open up the pass game enough for DJU. I like Oregon big. They're trying to win Bo Nix the Heisman, which means score. I like Oregon by at least 15 points.
I love it, man.
They'll go for 2 at some point. They'll do it because Dan's going to do the most drastic thing in every situation possible.
I love it. I love Dan Lanning, though. I have to say, a couple times I've been
I do too.
in the Keister when they played Washington. But my goodness, this man, he's just so Oregon. It's not even funny. And this team, Bo Nix has been doing an unbelievable job. You're very familiar with Bo Nix. He looked probably good being an Auburn Tiger right now. What the hell happened to your school? The New Mexico State Aggies beat the brakes off of them right here before the Iron Bowl.
You know, I always it's typically always multiple things, right? I think we have a bad habit in sports media of like narrowing it down to one thing. I think Auburn was very peanut butter and jelly. I thought they were looking ahead, even though I know the coaches all week, and I know this for a fact, were pounding in their head, hey, this isn't Alabama State. Like, New Mexico State they're a quality group of 5 team. They're looking like they could end up, going 9-3, something like that, maybe even 10-2. I got to go back and look at their record. And look, I want to give New Mexico State credit. They just beat Auburn. If you watch that game, like they beat them from the jump.
How they doubled them in yards.
It's an unacceptable loss, right? But we do have to remember it is year 1 under Hugh Freeze. I've watched some pretty daggum good coaches lose to some pretty low-level teams in their first year. But Hugh Freeze, it does look like he has a little bit of a November problem. But the beautiful thing, Johnny Radio, is what could cure all of that? What?
Beating Alabama
in New Mexico. Yeah. Now I don't think Auburn's going to, but if you've ever watched the Iron Bowl, especially at Jordan Hare, that's where Harry Potter was filmed, and crazy things happen. But an inexcusable loss. But at least you have an opportunity now to right it. That's all you can ask for. So we'll see. But Bama, they're hot right now.
Georgia right now playing as good as anybody in the country. The one thing, though, I found that was weird, did you notice their last 5 games, they've given up on their opening possession of their opponent's opening possession, a touchdown in 5 straight games. It's like they come out there asleep, and then they just beat the brakes off of you. Like, what are they trying to give you just a little bit of hope so then they can kill the fan base?
Well, no, at this point I'm starting to think it's on purpose. Like, after 2 straight years of winning the national championship, maybe they just want to feel something again. I mean, maybe that's it. I don't know, because it's baffling to me. But it just goes to show you, football is way more of a game of adjustment than it is game plan. Like, a lot of the adjustments you make during the game, because you may have an idea of what you're going to get, but sometimes it's different. I think that this Georgia staff is unbelievable at adjusting, but Carson Beck has better protection than the president, man. Like, you can't get to this man. This offensive line at Georgia, we talked about it during the offseason, and they're getting healthier, and they're getting better. And Carson Beck just makes the right decision. And, not a lot of people are talking about Carson Beck, because guess what? He's not the sexiest choice. He doesn't make the flashiest play. He's not the bad boy. He's more the guy that, hey, listen, I'm going to pull out the chair for you. and let you sit down. I'm going to pay for dinner. I'm going to hold the door open for you, and I'm going to be accountable. And that's all Georgia needs with what they have around them. So at this point, I just think maybe they just want to feel something again. I don't know. It's baffling.
You know, at the beginning of September, I was very critical of the Georgia offense. I was killing Mike Bobo. Right now, I think I'm eating my words because right now Mike Bobo is directing a juggernaut of an offense. More impressive, their defense or their offense right now?
Well, look, I mean, defensively, they don't have the star power name-wise that they've had, but goodness gracious, are they big and can they run? And they're just so well coached. Like, I mean, it's everything, Johnny Ray. That's what Georgia is. That's Georgia's biggest strength. It's not overpowering offense, good defense. They're elite at everything. Like, they even fixed the field goal kicking problem with the freshman from the beginning of the year. He's figured it out. He's good. They're just really good at everything. They're like that guy that's just good at everything. Oh, he's never played beer pong. Wow, he just ran the table for 8 games in a row. That's who they are.
All right, we got to get into a little bit of NFL action. I need your pick, but first, do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can find your show. I think it's the best show going. Again, I get tired of watching the people yell in the morning, so I put you on every day. Good morning. Watch you, Blaine, David, and y'all just tear it up. You talk with the fans. People send you in there. You take phone calls. You do it all. What you got coming down the pipe this week?
Oh, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, look, it's rivalry week. All right, so if you're a college football fan, I mean, you need to head over. Just easiest way, if you watch, go to YouTube. It's Crane & Company, C-R-A-I-N Company. Spelled the same on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We got a huge project that's coming out here soon. I can't say anything about it yet, but you're going to find out about it soon. Like you said, we go live in the morning, 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central. Take live calls. We have a live chat. And, yeah, look, we don't get political. There'll be times where we get heated, but it's not heated because we sat before the show and we're like, ooh, you should do this, and then I'll do that, and then we'll scream at each other, and it'll be great. No, we're telling you what we really think. I coached at the Division I level. My brother played FCS. David Cohn played quarterback at Michigan. So we try and dive deep, but not to the point where, it sounds like we're speaking Korean.
Do me a favor. Tell me what a winning play is. Eagles, Chiefs, possibly the best 2 teams in the NFL. Kansas City, 2.5-point favorite, total 45.5. What you got?
All right, I got 2 that I really like and one that's a little bit out there, but I need you to just ride with me on this one.
All right.
The first, I do like the over tonight at 45.5. I do think it's going to hit. This feels like a 27-24 game to me, and I like the Eagles plus 3.5 as well. If you got to buy that half point, get it. Don't take anything at 2.5 plus or minus. In my opinion, take minus if you're going to take anything. Never take plus. Take the Eagles plus 3.5, and then. I don't know why, but the spiritual realm is just telling me A.J. Brown first touchdown scorer. Like,
whoa, A.J. Brown first touchdown. I like it. If it's in your gut, I'm backing you. By the way, if you want to get on DraftKings, I know that's one of your sponsors. You got a little code to help them out with. What you got?
Yeah, man, it's promo code Booster. If you're new, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. We got a Crane & Company group in there, so you see all our bets. It's been unbelievable. I'm up almost 20 units right now in college football. Up about 6.5, 7 units in the NFL, which is harder to bet the NFL than college football. I don't care what anybody says.
I totally agree, man. Jake, thank you so much for your time. Be blessed. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll do it again next week, my brother.
Hey, you guys as well. Enjoy that Egg Bowl.
Thank you. I will. I hope they beat the brakes off the state. That is Jake Crane. I swear he's the best in the business. Check him out. But now it's time to switch gears. We got Terry Davis on the other side. We got to talk Tiger hoops and some Grizzlies. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports56 WHBQ.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Yo, Mark, long time no see. You still down at Dyer's?
Man, I'm not down at Dyer's. I'm out at Collierville Historic Town Square.
When'd you move out there?
We've been out there for about 13 years. We've got the shops, the park, we got the train the kids like to play on.
You still cooking those burgers the old-fashioned way?
Man, we're still flattening out those hamburger balls on a slab of marble and skillet frying them the old-fashioned way like they've been doing for 100 years.
Dude, you still have those onion rings.
Man, they're fantastic. Hand-breaded, served up just right.
I loved those milkshakes. Please tell me you're still doing those.
Man, we are hand-dipping those shakes, putting them in the old glass in the shake tin, served the old-fashioned way.
You got any new items out there I need to know about?
We're just doing a lot of gourmet sandwiches. We've got farm-raised catfish straight out of the Delta. We've got some hot tamales from Pasquale's Tamales out of Helena, Arkansas.
Man, are they served in the husk?
What those guys like to say, they're so good, you'll suck the shuck.
Go see my buddy Mark at Dyer's Cafe in Collierville's historic town square.
Rich Eisen here from Monday Night Football on Westwood One. A great matchup with two division leaders both coming off their bye weeks. From Kansas City, it's the 7-2 Chiefs hosting the 8-1 Philadelphia Eagles. Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer Kurt Warner will have the call from a rocking Arrowhead Stadium on air and on the free live stream sponsored by AutoZone on Monday Night Football.
Right here on Sports 56.
Score early this NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. I like putting a spread bet together with the over for my parlays, and anytime player touchdown always has me on the edge of my seat. So if you're ready to do the same, visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $5 pregame money line wager required. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789.
How long has it been since you heard the term being overstocked? Well, it's happened at Family Leisure. Yep. That means you get the savings, like select patio sets that are up to 50% off. If you need a play gym, you're in luck because they're also overstocked and start at under $2,000. Pool tables and game room items up to $700 off of in-stock items. Saunas, massage chairs, arcades, even theater seating. Special financing is available with free delivery. Family Leisure is extending sale pricing on all in-stock hot tubs and swim spas. And if you need supplies to close up your pool for the winter, Family Leisure has them up to 30% off. It's been a while since you've heard of an overstock sale, but Family Leisure is right in the middle of one. Huge deals and a huge overstocked inventory. That means great savings for you. It's happening now at Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Wow, I feel good. Shopping at DriveMax. DriveMax, you get value.
Need a car that screams I feel good? DriveMax has it all. From cars to SUVs, find a tightly inspected used car that'll have you dancing all the way home. Call 901-664-2424 or visit DriveMaxApproval.com.
DriveMax, I got approved.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Scooters Plus on Summer Avenue. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes Rabbit. He choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up that. baddies he know, he won't have it, he knows. His whole back to these ropes, it don't matter, he's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant, he knows when he goes back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rap.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. We're about to talk with Terry Davis. That's right, TD, because we got to talk Grizzlies. We got to talk Tiger football, Tiger hoops. We got to talk all kinds of sports, but also got to tell y'all something, man. It's lunchtime, man. What about some barbecue? Who does it better in Memphis? Nobody other than Central Barbecue, and they got 5 locations. They got you covered downtown, Central, Summer, out east in Poplar, and now even in South Haven. Smoke is their sauce. Ribs, pulled pork, pulled chicken, smoked turkey, barbecue nachos, wings, sausage, cheese plates. Dang, it sounds good. Plus their turnip greens are straight fire. Central Barbecue. It is simply the best. Now, TD, how's life treating you, my brother?
What's going on, my brother? How was your weekend?
Man, mine was a very, very busy weekend. I was down in Oxford on Saturday. Was at the Grizzlies game last night, watching tons and tons of sports, gambling on football. Very fulfilling and wonderful weekend. Plus, I kicked the bookie in the teeth.
Man, that's a good weekend.
It was a wonderful weekend, but not so much Saturday morning for Tiger fans. You got to talk to me about this SMU game. Obviously, I was in Oxford. I didn't get to see it firsthand. Of course, read a lot of articles and looked at a lot of people's comments on the Twitter or the X, whatever the hell we're calling it. And it seems like a lot of people had their hearts broken. But there was a good showing from the fans.
I don't know about all that. It's the same crowd that's been there the whole year, but 30,000 people the whole year. That was their peak. It looked good on TV, but it was still with 30,000 people there versus 40,000 or 50 when they came here 5 years ago.
Damn, man, times have changed. But what happened? What was up with that game? Again, a lot of people said that they basically shot themselves. Stupid penalties, bad plays. What did you think? SMU, Memphis lost 38-34. They had everything right in front of them. It just slipped right through their hands.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that you play all year and your season tilts on one drive. That one drive, they had 3 penalties. One of them was questionable, with the formation and then the personal foul, which, you can almost call that. I thought they missed one on one end. They called Blair on one, but they missed one further down the field. So it's just a game in inches. You just can't put yourself in those situations. And when Memphis had opportunity to try to tie the game up, the clutch drive, SMU came with a stop. And when Memphis needed the stop, the defense couldn't do it. They played a decent game, but, they just didn't get the stops when they needed to get the stops.
Yeah, they really did. They really, really just couldn't get it done. So right now, what do you? How do you rate this Tiger football team? Ryan Silverfield. What's your feeling right now? They're 4th in the American.
They're 4th in the American. That's where they was projected to go at the beginning of the season. The start of the season. The floor with 8 wins. They got 8 wins. They still have a chance to get 10 wins. I think a lot of people.
Oh, they're going to beat Temple. I mean, I think they are. I mean, Temple's pretty bad.
Strange stuff happened at 11 o'clock in Philadelphia, man. It's just some strange stuff happened up there. Remember, Joey caught the catch, man. It's weird stuff happened in Temple, man. I just don't know what it is about that. At 11 o'clock on a Friday or Saturday morning, weird stuff happened, man. And then that's the day after Thanksgiving, too, so you never know what the mentality of these guys are because they already know they're going to a bowl game. They just don't know which bowl game they're going to.
Wait a second. Is the game – I thought the game was – oh, it's on Friday. It's on Black Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
That's right. My brain, sometimes I'm like, wait. Nope. The Tigers, though, if I want to talk about something positive, on Wednesday, they played Michigan. Pretty much geared. Everybody's excited. I am fired up for this. This is going to be. I think this is just going to be an awesome tournament. A lot of opportunity for the Tigers to really go ahead and pad that damn resume. Looking forward to it. Did you learn anything about the game Friday night, though?
That they have a multi-head monster, and if those guys can keep their egos in check, and they don't put in a money-based situation, and they just keep their eyes on the prize, we will return back to the polls this week. And if the Memphis do what they need to do, they will win at least 2 games down there in the Bahamas, and then they will go to the top 20, and then they will get that respect, because the America respects Florida Atlantic for what they did last year, But even though Memphis has a history of basketball, so Memphis just got to go out there and do it. I think Penny has sued over a lot of his haters out there. There's going to be a few haters out there. Jeff Goodman and a couple others, but and the guy up in East Tennessee. But for the most part, people believe that Penny can coach and recruit, and they know that this is probably one of his best teams he's ever had at the University of Memphis.
And also, a lot of people probably do know that 3-game suspension is now over after they beat Alabama State 92-75 Friday night. So he will be on the sideline against Michigan for the battle for Atlantis. So that's some great news. Another great news is, man, you talked about the Imani Bates, and like as long as something like this veteran-laden team seems that they like each other, that they got a bunch of full-grown men, that they're a bunch of dogs. They share the ball. Quinterly, Jones, found out about his toughness. I mean, I'm in love with this team. I don't see anything like that happening.
Yeah, exactly. As long as when the highs get highs, and when these praises and acronyms come in, will they continue to keep that head? Because everyone has the foresight of making to the Monday Night Lights. Because Penny opened his pregame thing with Monday Night Lights, and if you know what Monday Night Lights is, that's the final Monday of the season. So he wants this team to focus on Monday Night Lights. And I kind of like that and hate that because this season right here is one of those seasons where you need to enjoy the ride, because there's going to be so many early games, between now and January 15th. There will be so many good games in such a quick period of time that I hope people get the chance to enjoy this team, because they're not in town for another 28 days. It's a while.
Wait, is it that long?
Yes, because they go to Oxford the first weekend of December, and they don't come back to play Clemson on the 16th of December. That's their next home game.
Whoa, I didn't even look that far ahead, but man, I didn't realize it was that long. One other thing, though, man, Michigan losing to Long Beach State, does that kind of take a little luster from this matchup?
Nope. It's Michigan.
It's Michigan.
Because if you beat Michigan, then you're in the top tier. If you don't beat Michigan, then you're in the bottom tier. So you got to beat Michigan in order to pad the resume. Even though if they don't beat Michigan, they still have a strong out-of-conference schedule. But if you beat Michigan, you in with the big boys, North Carolina, Villanova, and those other big boys, Arkansas. You in there with the big boys.
By the way,
and what Memphis wants to do, they want to avoid that 8, 9, 7 seed going to the tournament. So in order to avoid that, you have to beat some of these teams.
And the opportunity, like you said, you got Michigan. Hopefully the second game you play Arkansas, who currently is ranked 14th. North Carolina and Nova in that bad boy at 20 and 21. So these are some seriously important games going to Atlantis. Which team actually – I mean, Arkansas looks like a juggernaut, don't they?
Yeah, they got beat right. They got beat the same day Michigan got beat last week.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
They lost to Greensboro?
They lost.
Isn't that who they played?
Yes, they lost to the same. Michigan, Arkansas, and Memphis played on the same day, and Memphis was the only team that won. Arkansas and Wichita lost on the same day. They both slipped on Banana Peel on their way to the Bahamas. That's how come. I was so happy that Memphis didn't slip on a banana peel going to the Bahamas.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of teams step on some banana peels this year. That's for dead-gum sure. I mean, Michigan State, remember the beginning of the year, Michigan, Arkansas. It happened so far. Memphis hadn't been hit in the face by anything stupid. But, man, one thing Memphis is doing, this dead-gum team has so many different ways to score.
And defend.
Yeah, they always, Penny's teams are always going to defend. But, man, I don't remember a team that had this many options. And different ways that they can play and different, guys they can utilize. I mean, this is going to be a year of mismatches. Like, which team are you playing, and how do you want to go after them?
And, Aston really hadn't gotten off to, and, they're going with seven guys, and they're not even letting the freshmen play because they want to keep their roster slim and trim just in case someone get injured down the road. Because Penny, I don't know what it is about his training staff. They have a history of getting people hurt. I don't know why. Could be just bad luck or whatnot, but I don't think everyone's going to be healthy, so everybody's going to need to step up at one point at a time. Even Nick Jermaine, he comes off the bench. He does what he needs to do. He started the first couple games. Then he come off the bench. It's just so many different ways to score. It's just fun to watch, man. That team is fun to watch, and I tell people, if it's not 15,000 people there for Clemson on the 16th, I'm going to be highly disappointed.
Got to know, are the top 5 dudes now the new? I mean, is this the new starting lineup? Quinterly, Mills, Walton, Brown, and Jones.
Yeah, that's your best 5. That's your best 5. As long as they stay out of foul trouble and stay healthy, those are the cream of the crop right there.
And also, I mean, Jaden's playing pretty damn good too. Another senior leader who, knows the system. He's going out there and giving you everything that he can. The thing that I like about him is he's not trying to score. He's nasty.
Very impressive too. And Malcolm, he's been playing. I don't know if it's just a 3-game bump, but Malcolm's played hard in all 3 games, which is
only one foul in the last game. That's what I like to see from Malcolm.
Yes, he has not been playing reckless and stupid because he got those outside guys in there, and then him and Brown, they play well together. If one get in foul trouble, I think the other one can come in and do what they need to do. And Malcolm has been more offensive focused this year, and Brown has been more offensive focused, because ain't too many guys going to be able to stop Brown in the middle when he sets up to his face to the basket.
Man, what can Brown do for you? Get in shape, and I think he can do a whole lot. Man, Terry, you got to be somewhere in the next 10 minutes because I didn't even talk about the Grizzlies, and I need a break. Can you come back?
No, you good.
Man, you are the best. That is Terry Davis. He's coming back to join me on the other side. We got to talk about that Grizzlies and that Celtics games last night. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78. That's Lamar. And the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch.
Memphis's oldest restaurant, Coletti's, was established in 1923 to give Memphians the best Italian food possible. And I'd say they got it right. They are the creators of the barbecue pizza. It was Elvis's favorite, and I know for a fact that a large will feed one person all weekend. If you need to feed several, though, Coletti's caters any event. Choose from homemade lasagna, ravioli, Alfredo, primavera, and so many other delicious items you can't help but enjoy. Impress employees or clients and treat them to Coletti's for lunch or dinner. Plan ahead and get your holiday party booked at Coletti's. Elvis's favorite place to go eat with his buddies at the South Parkway location, and Coletti's even has an Elvis room dedicated to him. Call Coletti's on South Parkway at 948-7652 or Appling Road at 383-1122. Coletti's. It was Elvis's favorite, and it should be yours too.
Here's Gould's holiday special in-store and online. Come to any Gould's over the Black Friday weekend or purchase online on Cyber Monday and Tuesday and receive $20 off when you purchase $120 in gift cards. It's the perfect gift for everyone. This holiday season, give someone you love a Gould's gift card. The Gould's gift card doesn't just send wishes, it grants them. Happy holidays from Gould's. Gould Salon Spa, locally owned and operated since 1932.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Fall is in the air, and so are Choate's Early Bird Specials. Right now, receive $1,000 off the purchase of a new Carrier gas furnace. Carrier furnaces come with some of the best warranties in the industry, and Choate's has been professionally installing them for over 60 years. As a Carrier factory authorized dealer, Choate's also offers competitive financing solutions for you and your family. If your heating system is in good shape, make sure you take advantage of Choate's Early Bird Tune-Up Special for $60. This tune-up is an in-depth 20-point inspection to make sure your furnace is ready for the winter season ahead. So call 347-8086 to schedule your Early Bird Special today. and turn to the experts with Choates and let our family serve your family.
Hey, everybody, that to-do list for the holidays? Well, you're going to want to write this down. Go to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch. A lot of these new Silverados have red tags, and Kevin and Jeff said they'll get you financing as low as $1.9 or $2,000 cash. You can get one of these new Equinoxes with financing as low as $1.9 or $1,000 cash, and your good credit deserves it. And look, I'm out here in Olive Branch, and All-Star has any new Chevy you want. Tahoes, Trailblazers, and a lot of families I know love these new Traverses with all the cargo space and third-row seating. And so can you. And do more together this holiday season. Military, teachers, college students, healthcare. You get $500 bonus. And if you want certified pre-owned Chevys or any pre-owned car, All-Star has a lot full. Silverados, Ram trucks. Here's a Nissan Rogue, Lexus, Honda, Suburbans, Jeeps. If it's not here, just ask Jeff and he'll find it for you. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah or Bartlett or even Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Scooters Plus on Summer Avenue. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes Rabbit. He choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I couldn't hear myself that time.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird? The mic, the headphone just kind of shorted up for a second.
Interesting.
But don't worry, I'm back. Y'all can hear me. I'm glad. That's all that matters. And now it's time to talk with Turrid Davis. Follow him on Twitter at TurD541 Read his work at the new Tri-State Defender, and always listen to him on a Monday right here. Terry was at the Grizzlies game last night. It was a hard-fought game. God, I wish Marcus Smart was healthy. I wanted to see him go against his former team. But, man, you got to tip your cap. Grizzlies went out there and they gave him everything they had and more and had a shot at a three-pointer to win that game and walk off, and people would have just gone absolutely bananas.
Yeah, they would have won this game, man. That would have gave them a lot of psyche. But a lot of people look at, the season's over, but they're only 7 games under 500. And the only thing you need to be is 500. You only need to be 500 to get to the playoff,
True.
To the playoff. So, and their thing is to make it to the playoff. That's the ultimate goal. You make it to the playoffs, then you got a chance. Because you look at the Lakers, where they came from. They were
in the play-in game last year.
Yeah, and they started the year 2-10. And they made a lot of changes. True enough that Grizzlies are going to make some hard decisions when Ja comes back because Biyombo, he will be on the roster past that spot. But somebody will be leaving, and we don't know who that person is. But so somebody's going to be in trouble unless a trade comes through from somebody. There's going to be some interesting roster changes in the next. I think Ja has about 28 days left. Before he comes back on the 18th.
There's what is it? What does he got?
Yeah, 12 games.
12 more games.
December the 19th in New Orleans.
Not too far. Not too far. They just got to survive. They did play a lot better, though. They went out there and fought. The one thing that kept popping for me is where did Santi Aldama pull that out? That was a performance. I thought he was going to will them to win.
Yes, you know what, man? It's just, with the way it was going, I thought him or Dez was going to hit a 3, in the last minute to walk away with and steal a win, because it's just one of those games that he was hot and, and he just had one of his best overall career games. Porzingis, man, that dude right there, he should go get an Oscar for his performance last night. All that flopping and wailing he was doing last night, and he was playing some defense too, because he did.
He had 6 blocks last night. That tall fool.
Yeah. It was I thought he would go. He got Biyombo and Jaren in foul trouble, but and I think that was opening up for Santi because they're not a great perimeter team, but Santi took advantage of that, and he was hot. And then there's one thing about Santi. He got a short memory. Even though he got a couple shots blocked, he wasn't scared to go back inside.
Yeah, he was. And now Zaire, he's such a nice kid. Got a great smile. Looks like he's doing everything, but he looks like
them old folks. he means well.
Yeah, he means well. He's just terrified when he gets the basketball. He does not want to pull the trigger.
Yeah. And what makes it so bad about it, when he's playing against inferior talent, like down in the G League, or even on Saturday when they played in San Antonio, he played like a totally different person. You know, he don't have that killer mentality that Santi has. You block my shot, I don't care. I'm gonna come back at you. You know, and he don't have that. He's easily intimidated, and when his game not going, he let that affect the rest of his game, which I don't like. But he is playing better than he played last year.
Vince Williams Jr. Played pretty damn good. Not expecting 17 minutes out of him at all. That just shows you where this team is right now. But my man comes out there and busts his tail, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, man. Vince is one of those guys. You know, I think he's just looking for the right opportunity. You know, he reminds me of you remember D. Melton?
Yes, Melton. Yeah, D. Melton, of course.
Because when Melton came up, he was a third of that player. Oh, we didn't think he could make it, but now you look up him in Philadelphia, he getting an opportunity, he's blowing up. Same thing with Vince. I think Vince's biggest problem is he don't have the opportunity to play at that level with those guys. Because down in South Haven, he be balling out on a regular basis. But the talent level down there is just not on the same level here. And I think that's what messed with Jake LaRavia, because they can compete on that level, but when you take the competition up a little bit level, their confidence wanes a little bit. And I think that's what happens with Vince.
Got to know, like right off, Big Body Roddy.
Big Body.
I mean, I like Big Body Roddy, but man, he was spent like 20 minutes on the court, and they were pretty forgettable.
Yeah, they're very forgettable because he was down there wasting all the energy trying to play defense. You know, and the shot, he only took, I think, about 5 shots because his role was just going to defend. And, you know, he was deferring to Santi and Desmond because, you know, there's only so many basketballs around. So, you know, Desmond was taking a lot of shots and Jaren was taking a lot of shots. And then Santi was taking a lot of shots. So there's only so many shots you can be had.
What do you think about Tripp's play during this whole stretch with all the injuries that are going on with the suspension? He's out there doing everything he can to will this team to win. How you feel about Tripp's play right now?
I am not disappointed with Tripp's play, you know, because one thing about Tripp, you know, he's being more aggressive. He's going to the line. He's doing what he can do. But, you know, when Biyombo went out, that opens him up for foul trouble because when Biyombo went out, that means Jaren had to go inside and he picked up a lot of fouls. I am not disappointed with Jaren's play. He's still playing on the all-star level, and Bane is playing on the all-star level too, but only way either one of them will go to the all-star game if they win more games.
All right, so with all the injuries we got there, I was looking at D-Rose sitting on the bench, Luke sitting on the bench, Marcus sitting on the bench, everybody that you kind of needed out there sitting on the bench. Give me a little update on all the injuries and when they can expect some of these peeps back.
You know, Marcus is going to be out 3 to 4 weeks, so he's out for at least another 2 weeks. So I expect him back same time Ja comes back around the middle of December. Luke is a little bit day-to-day, so hopefully he'll be back sometime next week. Xavier, that's one of those weird ones because Xavier played one of the 3 games on the road, but he has some more soreness. You know, D Rose, you know, he played in 1 game and they just set him out. I thought he was going to play last night. I would not be surprised if he plays on Wednesday night when they have the reunion of Dylan the Villain Brooks on Wednesday night.
Dylan the Villain Brooks. By the way, did you see LeBron and Dylan? Was that last night when the Rockets were playing?
Yeah, that was last night. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I'm looking a little bit later. But
I looked at the highlights this morning, and they weren't very good for Dylan because, man, the old man was out there doing everything last night. My goodness.
Why? Because, Dylan got the best of him 2 weeks ago, and I think the old man kind of remembered that.
I think he did. Do me a favor. Tell everybody what you're working on, what you got coming down the pipe. It's such a busy sports week, man. Where's all your attention?
Doing a preview for Tigers in the Bahamas, and then there's going to be a whole lot of basketball this week, man. Tigers, 3 days in a row, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Grizz play early on Friday. They play Phoenix, and that I believe they get their first home win Friday night. So if you're in town and get a ticket and go see Phoenix and Kevin Durant, that'd be a good game to go to.
Man, Terry, thank you so much for waiting through the break. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll be reading your work. Be blessed, and we'll do it again next week, my brother.
All right, thank you, and you all have a safe and healthy holiday also.
Man, that is Terry Davis. Big time, good, just a good overall human being and a great friend of the show. Now, we got to talk about one thing. Man, I was down in Oxford, on Saturday, of course, And I'm telling you, I think the word's spreading. I was asking everybody, I was like, hey, girl, where'd you get them shoes? Frontier Western Store. Girl, where'd you get your shoes? Frontier Western Store. 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch, the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. Western boots, cowboy boots, dress boots, you name it, they have it. Go get fitted, go get sized. Take your family down there because they have a kids department, a ladies boutique, a men's department. Plus, not only do they have the largest boot showroom on planet Earth, they can dress you from head to toe. They've got your hats, they got your boots, they got your jeans, they got all your fall fashions. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. And don't forget, you can shop online. FrontierWesternStore.com. It's very easy to navigate. You can shop by brand, men's, women's. You can shop by sale items. And when you shop online, they ship your order out within 24 hours, so you get it really, really quick, and any order of $75 or more is shipped absolutely free. Frontier Western Store, FrontierWesternStore.com. We got to talk about Rivalry Week. We got NFL to break down, and we got all kinds of stories from Hardwood. That's next. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
It's all net. It's through the goalpost. It's a line drive over the center field fence. It's in the cup for a birdie. Your house has closed. All great things to hear, but you need real athletes to have success, or a realtor with fine-tuned business abilities to get you to the closing table with what you want when you want it. I'm Sheldon Rosengarten with Mark's Bensdorf Realtors, and my clients have told me that I am that type of real estate athlete. My goal is to not only fully protect my clients, but to also have a winning transaction. I adapt to whatever the field conditions are: rain, sleet, snow, bad inspections, low appraisals. Whatever happens, I'm on it. That's why people often say that when you want the job done, call Shell Done. Find out about my highly successful strategic marketing program with the Shellbucks option, and you will want me to be your point guard, your leadoff hitter, or your quarterback. I'm reachable at 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. At Shell Done Rosengarten, 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. Do it now.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets, with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli, with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
A 3-carat lab-grown diamond for just $599? A 2-carat lab-grown for only $299? A 1-carat lab-grown diamond for just $99? It's not a mistake. It's Genesis Diamonds' unbelievable lab-grown Black Friday sale. That's right. This weekend, Genesis is offering deals absolutely no one can touch. So you can put the ring of her dreams on her finger and get the deal of your dreams at the same time. Other stores are charging $10,000 for 3-carat lab-grown diamonds. But at Genesis, it's just $599. Their 2-carat lab-grown diamonds are over $4,000, but the Genesis price is just $299. And their 1-carat lab-growns are $1,500, but you can get a 1-carat lab-grown at Genesis for just $99. This offer is not too good to be true, but it is limited to the first 150 customers with the purchase of one of Genesis' exclusive settings. Imagine proposing to the love of your life with a stunning 3-carat certified lab-grown diamond, any shape, showcased in a one-of-a-kind setting. Don't miss Genesis Diamonds' lab-grown Black Friday event this weekend, including Sunday, on Poplar at Perkins Extended. See store for details.
It doesn't matter if you're at the lake, if you're hunting, fishing, playing golf, or just playing around, Scooters Plus can hook you up with the mobility that you need. Scooters Plus has the largest vehicle and parts inventory in the Mid-South and the best service department. You can choose from ATVs, UTVs, golf carts, motorcycles, dirt bikes, trikes, scooters, and even electric bikes. Come in today to start or wrap up your holiday shopping with 25% down on Christmas layaways. Scooters Plus, 3425 Summer Avenue. Call Sam at 458-8843 or go online to scootersplus.us.
Want to play a private country club but only pay daily greens fees? Meadowbrook Country Club in West Memphis is your place. You can now play a beautiful, challenging course for only $59 plus tax, including cards. Meadowbrook Country Club features champion Bermuda greens and now is available to everyone. A membership is only $350 per month and includes tennis, pickleball, and swimming, plus a great restaurant and bar. Golf Pro Mark can even fix you up with custom-made tricks on clubs. Call 870-394-4186 today for your Tuesday through Sunday tee time at Meadowbrook Country Club in West Memphis.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
That is one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with my buddy Brian Dacus. We're going to talk a little NFL football. We got Hardwood coming up, and we got bets. We got some bets tonight. I'm telling you, I'm excited. And when I'm sitting back and I'm rocking and firing, doing a little gambling, there's nothing like watching football and just having a little bit of the best. Just a couple glasses of Tito's. That's right, crafted and distilled in the United States. Down in Austin, Texas, it's good old American vodka. It's 6 times distilled and distilled in classic copper pots. Let's give it an unbelievable flavor, slightly sweet black pepper note. It balances everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. So do me a favor. Get your Tito's on today. And always remember, man, life's up and down, peaks and valleys. How you deal with those valleys to get back on top of those peaks. If you're down in a valley, don't freak out, don't fret, don't stress. Just make a lemon drop. When life hands you lemons, that's all you do. You always make sure, though, it's with Tito's handmade vodka. Mr. Dacus.
Hi.
What did we learn from the NFL this week? Well,
the Cowboys are back, John.
Interesting that you brought up the Cowboys because right off the top, I got to say something about this Cowboys team. Did you see what my man, was it DaRon Bland?
Oh, yeah.
DaRon Bland got his 4th pick six of the season.
That's right.
Do you know that's more touchdowns than Tony Pollard?
Yeah, I do, John. We're very we're a tad frustrated with not Tony Pollard, but the play calling for Tony Pollard.
Also, do you know there's not an Atlanta wide receiver that has more than 2 touchdown catches this season?
That's actually incredible. I didn't know that. Doesn't surprise me, though, but it's incredible.
When you look at their quarterback situation, it is absolutely terrible. It's just not a very good football team. Also, a lot of drama. A lot of people, everybody's talking about it right now, has to do with the injury report. And everybody's upset about Joe Burrow. Did you see what Dave Portnoy said he's going to do?
I did not.
File a class action lawsuit against the National Football League because he bet $100,000 on the Bengals and said they didn't list Joe Burrow on the injury report. He's not a very happy camper.
That's like the same thing. I always get frustrated when and it's really I blame the actual like sports books for doing it and enabling these bettors to get away with this type of stuff. But like when there's like a marquee game, it's usually like the first game of the season, like the first like primetime game of the season, like somebody will get injured, like Patrick Mahomes gets injured or something like that, and they'll be like refunds for all bets, and everyone's like yes, 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 and then like you'll have like a random Cowboys and Panthers on a random Sunday, and Tony Pollard gets injured, and someone's online like, I had Tony Pollard anytime touchdown. FanDuel, you better refund my bet. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, play the game or don't bet. It's ridiculous.
I will say though, I do understand with fantasy football and betting how important, though, these injury reports are, because you wouldn't throw somebody in your starting lineup on your fantasy football team if you might have known they were injured. And you also might, like Dave Portnoy, wouldn't have bet $100,000 on the Bengals if Joey B was injured. Now, the one thing is,
these teams don't care about your fantasy
I was
teams.
listening, though, but hold on. I was listening to Adam Schefter, and do you know that he said the NFL is now investigating this. They videotape all the practices.
Right.
They're going to go check them. And it's been about 4 years since somebody got in a lot of trouble.
No, it's a legit thing that he was clearly injured, because there were clearly pictures and like videos
With
from
the
before the
sleeve.
game with him. He's got like a little like soft cast, little like thing on his arm. So like clearly he was banged up and should have been on the injury report. I understand that, and I do think the NCAA NFL should investigate that, because that's a serious thing. But good luck, Dave. I mean,
I don't know about the class action lawsuit, but I will say the hand of the NFL will come down hard. It was 4 years ago that Mike Tomlin didn't list Ben Roethlisberger on the injured report. It's the last time that this has actually been a very big issue, a hot topic. He got fined personally $75,000. It's a nice little chunk right there, and I know he makes a lot of money, been around a long time, but still, that's a pretty good slap right there. But yesterday in the NFL, it was different. It was wild. I got to say, that Browns defense is salty, aren't they?
Man, they are good. And that's what I heard a lot of people, I think guys on their team, the coaching staff, and like reporters in Cleveland, they were all like, yeah, this team is not worried about DTR being back there at quarterback, because that defense is so good.
I mean, I'm worried about DTR being back there. He only threw for about $150 and one touchdown, I believe. Or no, he didn't even throw a touchdown yesterday, did he?
Not? I don't know. I watched like the tail end of that game.
It was. You just got to tip your cap for the Browns, who are now 7-5. They don't have Deshaun Watson anymore. Everybody knows that. In one of the toughest divisions in all of football, the AFC North, which is not gonna. If all these people keep getting injured, it's not going to be the toughest damn division, because the Bengals with Joey B. And by the way, stick a fork in the Bengals, 5-5 right now in the season. They are just completely screwed. Steelers, a great football team, in the aspect of a great coaching job by Mike Tomlin.
John, you're actually you got a little confused. No touchdowns for DTR.
He had 0.
One interception.
I knew he threw something, and I didn't know it was a pick. But yeah, he did. It was that Myles Garrett right now might be the MVP of the damn National Football League. We always give this to a quarterback, but who right now means more to their team?
I don't know.
Myles Garrett is the ringleader of this dominant defense.
I'm sorry, John. I wasn't really listening, because we do have some breaking news that
what do
I
we
can
got?
share with you. Tigers still not in the top 25.
It just came out.
It came out at noon, and they are still receiving votes. They received 149 votes. I don't remember how many they had last week. But yes, they are outside Mississippi State for good reason. I know a lot of people are going to be mad. Mississippi State jumped them. Mississippi State's been playing really good basketball to start the season. They jumped them into the top 25. Virginia is now in the top 25. Let's see. It looks like those two. I wonder who dropped out. I can't tell who dropped out. I guess I could, but it would take some time.
It would have to put in a little work, and you're working so hard. You got a show this afternoon. But Memphis, by the way, out of those receiving votes, 53 has got to be the most of anybody else, right?
No, 149 is.
Did you say 149?
149 is what.
God.
Maybe 53 is what they had last time.
Okay.
But 149 votes. BYU right behind them, closest with. BYU and Illinois both with 138. Those are the only closest to Memphis, and then no other team has more than 100 votes for the top 25. So I mean, wow, Villanova dropped out of the top 25. I know that. Wow, that's incredible.
Well, Memphis is going to have a great opportunity. Battle for Atlantis is going to be ridiculous.
I thought for sure they'd be in the top 25 today.
I did too. They open up Wednesday against Michigan, play the winner of Stanford and Arkansas, and then who knows what's going to happen after that, because it could be North Carolina, it could be Texas Tech, it could be Nova.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Northern Iowa. I think they get absolutely run out the gym. So looking forward to that.
Sorry, John, I got you off track. But
no, that is breaking news.
We're
on Memphis, Tennessee.
That's a good point.
People love this basketball team.
That's a good point.
And it's a damn good basketball team. I do have to say, though, Grizzlies, who are not having, a really good start to the season, the atmosphere, though, at the Grizzlies games.
Was it good?
It's so good. Like, it is so ridiculous. It's crazy to me how different a Tiger basketball game is compared to a Grizzlies game.
Yeah.
Like, it is like night and day. Now, the product right now for the Tigers, I think, is a little bit better than the Grizzlies, but the the atmosphere inside FedEx Forum for a Grizzlies game is it's palpable. It's off the chain. So, a lot of fun. Now, back to a little NFL action, by the way, people. I got to know how, I look around the National Football League with all the games that happened yesterday, and there's a few things that stick out. And one of the biggest one is bro, the Lions were terrible against the Bears.
Whew. It got scary there.
And then pulled that game out of there. You know what? And this is a game that this Lions team does not win in previous seasons. And I can't believe that they were actually trailing the Bears. But they went down there after, Jared Goff, have you seen a game in a long time? We talked about how he throws fewer interceptions and turns the ball over less than anybody in the NFL. He had 3 interceptions yesterday. Ooh. He looked terrible until it mattered most. He looked terrible. And then what do you say about Justin Fields? My man was out there running all over the place. Problem is, didn't do very much through the air. It was mostly with his legs, had 18 carries, 104 yards. Then he went 16 for 23, about $170, and only 1 touchdown pass. Bears had everything right there. They had it for the taking. I guess they didn't want to win. They want maybe the first and third pick of the NFL draft, since they do have Carolina.
Yeah.
And then they have their own pick. But I don't know. If the Bears do have the number 1 pick because they have Carolina's pick, are you ready to get off Justin Fields and take one of these great quarterbacks that are coming up in this class?
Maybe.
Are you ready to start the clock over?
Maybe. Honestly, that's going to be the problem with a lot of these teams. Whoever has the number 1 or number 2 or number 3 pick is whoever that quarterback is, unless they are like Aaron Rodgers, you're going to have to take one of these quarterbacks, because there's just so much hype surrounding them that, if you don't take one of these guys and that guy that you take doesn't pan out, your fan base is going to turn on you quick.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
And I feel like Justin Fields is kind of in that kind of scenario.
I think you're. Yeah, right now this Bears team's just been bad, and it's been bad for years, and I don't know, man. But Jared Goff got things done. Detroit Lions 8-2, 4-1 at the house. They're pretty damn good. But what's really good is, remember when the 49ers lost 3 games in a row?
Oh yeah,
you remember when Brock Purdy came back like what was it? How do they say it? The glass slipper fell off Cinderella's foot, and she had to go back to cleaning and stuff or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was terrible. Well, he was perfect yesterday.
He was really good yesterday.
He was perfect. San Francisco dropped Tampa Bay 27-14. Brandon Ayuk, by the way, he's produced all season. He had 56 yards on 5 catches with a touchdown. You got Debo, you got McCaffrey, you got Kittle, you got a salty defense, you got Shanahan calling plays over there. 49ers team looks like an absolute beast, and I still to this day cannot believe when they went down to Jacksonville after coming off their bye, just how they beat the brakes off this Jags team, which I think was a pretty good football team. They did it in their house, because the Jags, if you watch them this week, they just went out there and destroyed the Tennessee Titans.
Sure
My
did.
goodness, Ridley, I think Ridley caught another pass just now. My man was nasty yesterday.
Yeah, they went to him a lot.
But yeah, the 49ers, when you look over at the NFC, and of course, everybody, the Eagles play tonight against the Chiefs. They're definitely up there. But who do you think the best team is? I love this Eagles team. They're 8-1. They have the best record. But for some reason, I feel like they're not as good as last year's team.
I don't either.
It's just a little bit something different. I think they're great. I think they are great. But the 49ers, do you know that their point differential is on the season? It is plus 122.
Whew.
They've lost 3 games. The Eagles, 8-1, point differential, only plus 57.
Wow.
I thought that was very telling.
John,
it's about winning games.
Take the tush push away. this team, 3-win team? I mean,
no, don't go that
maybe
crazy.
2. I don't know.
They need that tush push because it's third,
That's right.
it's 1st and 9 on every single time that they get the ball. But man, the Eagles.
Last year I was so against banning it. I was like, you know what? It's a football play. Defenses, stop it. Now I'm against it. I hate it.
You just hate it?
Well, I mean, look, Cowboys easily in first place in the division if there's no tush push. I mean, I'm just saying, Cowboys, they're 7-3 right now, easily 8-2 without the tush push.
You want to hear something funny about the Cowboys since I was talking about
Please.
run differential? Do you know who has the largest point differential in all of the National Football League?
I don't.
Number 2 is the 49ers at plus 122.
Are the Cowboys number 1?
Cowboys number 1 with
Wow.
plus 127. They've scored
Yeah,
302 points, given up only 175.
They've also benefited from playing the
New York Giants twice.
Yeah, blew them out both times. I mean, what a great time to have the Giants on your schedule.
I don't know. This weekend, the Giants were a little bit salty, weren't they?
They were a little.
Or is it just the Commanders like to play down to their competition?
Who knows?
How the hell did the Commanders lose at home to the Giants?
And same kind of.
Well, 3 interceptions will do
Well,
that.
that's what I was just about to say. I mean, we've been talking up Sam Howell like all season. Good quarterback.
I have been.
I've
Yeah.
been. It's fun watching him play. But 3 interceptions yesterday, only 255 yards. Ooh boy.
Playing down to your team, and now this Commanders team, which I thought was having a pretty good year, they're 1-4 at their house.
Yeah, I mean that's rough.
That's rough. Now I got to make
Old
fun.
Magic Johnson's not gonna like that.
No, he's not. But I would tell you one person who is just the worst. Did you see Brandon Staley after the game yesterday?
No, I saw. So I had I was putting together a heater. One of those heaters you have outside. So
Like
I had,
smoking a heater?
No. Like the space heater thing. You like have outside when it's cold. And it
I
can
was
keep
like,
you
you're
warm.
smoking heaters?
No. I was putting together one of those yesterday, and so I was outside, and I had my YouTube TV going. I had 4 different boxes, and I kept seeing them go to Brandon Staley like after the game, but I couldn't hear what he was saying.
Well,
like every screen went to it at some point, so I knew it was something interesting at least.
Well, one of the reporters asked him if he's going to continue to call the plays on the defense and coach the defense because he's a defensive coordinator.
Okay.
By the way, do you know who spends more money on their defense than any other football team in the National Football League? Yes, that would be right. Your Chargers.
The Chargers, yeah.
They can't cover anybody to save their life, and they got them dudes. They lost to the Packers yesterday, 23-20. Brandon Staley went completely off. I just don't get it. Dude, this guy has to be – you got to let him go. Like, we have seen this. They have too much. I mean, you got Khalil Mack on one side. You got Bosa. You got Derwin James. You got dudes all over. And again, you spent more money on your defense than any other football team.
Right.
And you can't stop the Packers? You let Jordan Love throw for 322 yards on your face?
Yikes.
Damn, man. Damn. By the way, man, have you seen Justin Herbert run the ball that much ever?
No.
He was running that rock yesterday like it was going out of style. Keenan Allen was trying to wheel that team to a victory. But Brandon Staley, just Brandon Staley's. I'm already getting rid of him.
Well, John, it really seems like a lot, and you're seeing kind of the shift in baseball. I think you're probably going to start seeing the shift in football, but it seems like we're starting to get a little away from, after like diving all in on analytics, it seems like we're starting to get a little further away from analytics.
Yeah, Brandon Staley, by the way, he coached. Did you hear by any chance what oh my God, what Sexy Rex Ryan said today?
Today? No.
Yeah, he said today. He said Brandon Staley should be fired, and the only place that he should be able to coach is Division III football.
Whew.
That's some pretty harsh remarks.
That's rough. I mean, poor D3 football catching a stray there.
Dude, that is tough. And again, I understand. Like, the one thing that he did that was great was coach the defense of the Rams with, Aaron Donald was over there. Like, that was a salty defensive line.
Sure.
Von Miller, like, they were just loaded. Yeah, anybody could have coached that team, it feels like. I don't know. It's just wild. And then the other thing that I just can't believe this. Sean Payton figuring it out with the Broncos?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Holy moly, they actually won again. Their run defense looks good, but they were playing a Vikings team. They were playing that Vikings team, and Dobbs, man, is great of a story as he's been, as likable as a young man as he is. He turned the ball over a lot yesterday. And that kind of led to that Broncos 21-20 win. And don't look now, but this team is 500.
When they've won, four games in a row now? I mean, and two of those.
And one was against the Chiefs, bro.
And another was against another pretty good team. The Bills. I mean, whatever. Packers, Chiefs, Bills, Vikings, 4 in a row. How about that?
That is.
With the Browns coming up. That's another winnable game. Well, I don't know Browns defense.
Browns defense is salty, like you said.
If you can get some turnovers and maybe get good field position.
Browns defense, though, like you said, is as salty as they come. As salty as they come. Now, what do you think about this Raiders team, though? Do do you believe that they have their coach? I mean, that was it
was good effort, and it seems like everyone has rallied around him. I mean, I was telling you a couple weeks ago, like after his first game, and Devontae Adams was at a basketball game, and one of the refs came over and was like, "Man, it was good to see y'all winning again. Y'all looked like y'all were really playing with a lot of heart out there." And he was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be much better now. We've got the right guy. It's gonna be much better now." So it seems like everyone likes him. I mean, I hope they hand over the keys to him permanently.
I do too. I think they got their guy right now. But Broncos second in the AFC West at 5-5.
Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy.
It really, really is. Got to give a big tip of your cap. And don't know a lot of things, but I do know that this team, from giving up 70 points to the Miami Dolphins, has now played some pretty damn good football. What's happening with the Miami Dolphins?
I don't know. I mean, it's a win's a win, John.
Listen, winning is a win. A win is a win is a win is a win. It's the National Football League. It's hard to. But is that Dolphins offense as explosive as you expected it to be?
No, not really.
Them fish ain't doing exactly what I thought they were going to. It's just been weird. Dolphins beat the Raiders 20-13. Tyreek Hill, it was awesome yet again. My man had 10 receptions, 146 yards, and a touchdown. He does his thing, but still, only getting 20 points against the Raiders and being shut out in the fourth quarter, only mustering 6 points in the entire second half. That felt like a very big defensive win. And I just don't know if Miami can continue to win like that. But Buffalo got themselves right, didn't they? Get rid of Ken Dorsey. Josh Allen only threw 1 interception yesterday, but he had 3 touchdowns. Bills beat the
John,
everything. The Jets are just so bad.
Can I give a tip of the hat to somebody?
Sure.
You said a second ago you want to give a tip of the hat to a team. Tank Dell. I mean, what he has done
Texans
this season has been unbelievable.
God, dog.
Drafted kind of late, 3rd round, from Houston. I know had a lot of hype. Like, I know everyone here knew who he was because he was playing with the Cougars, was their best receiver, but I don't think got a lot of hype. This weekend, 8 catches for 149 yards and a touchdown. Last week had a touchdown. 2 weeks ago had 2 touchdowns. John, look, I'm not saying something, but if anybody likes to do an anytime touchdown score, I mean, Tank Dell might be a guy to look at. I'm sure you could probably get pretty good odds on it.
Yesterday was the worst game that C.J. Stroud's had as a pro, and they still won against the Cardinals.
Well, yeah.
Kyler Murray wasn't all that good yesterday either.
No.
My goodness, C.J. Stroud threw 3 interceptions in a game, and the Texans still won. They didn't score in the second half, did they?
They did not. No, they scored all 21 points in the first half. C.J. Stroud threw 3 interceptions, John, and still threw for 336 yards. How about that? I'm seeing guys perfect on the day. No interceptions, a couple touchdowns, and throwing for Dak Prescott, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 189 yards. Now, he didn't play the entire game, but still, I mean, you're seeing guys, Trevor Lawrence, 2 touchdowns, only 262 yards. I mean, they're letting him air it out in Houston.
Man, that is wild. By the way, I hope everybody knows, again, not only do we have great NFL football and college football all week long, we got the battle for Atlantis and the Tigers. There's so much sports going on. Maybe you don't have time to cook Thanksgiving dinner. Don't you worry, my man. Neil's over at 5727 Quince, Neil's where the fat man rocks, where the live music is always bumping. They'll make you an entire Thanksgiving dinner. You get a whole turkey, cornbread dressing, giblet gravy, cranberry sauce, rolls, pumpkin pie, and your choice of 2 sides, either green beans, English peas, yams, mashed potatoes, or corn, all for just $175. Everything. All the cooking, all the fixing, just $1.75. Feed the whole family, and it's going to be straight fire. Now, say you don't need everything because maybe your mom makes an unbelievable dressing, but you just need a turkey. You can get a whole turkey for $65. You need just a half a pan of dressing. Get it for $35. A full pan, $65. Any veggie sides, only $35. Where? At Neil's, where the Fat Man rocks. Call 901-682-2300. That's 901-682-2300. Make your order. Thanksgiving dinner easy. Now, let's just say on Thanksgiving, you want to go out and listen to some live music. From 8 o'clock to midnight, they got live music. Plus, you can eat Thanksgiving dinner at Neil's. $22.95, turkey, cornbread dressing, give it gravy, cranberry sauce, green beans, corn, yams, English peas, mashed potatoes, dinner rolls, pumpkin pie. It's all where the Fat Man rocks. Neil's, where the Fat Man rocks. Get your grub on. Turkey dinner. Don't even have to do anything. Just give them a call again, 901-682-2300. That's 901-682-2300. Hardwood on the other side. Sports 56 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
How long has it been since you heard the term being overstocked? Well, it's happened at Family Leisure. Yep. That means you get the savings, like select patio sets that are up to 50% off. If you need a play gym, you're in luck because they're also overstocked and start at under $2,000. Pool tables and game room items up to $700 off of in-stock items. Saunas, massage chairs, arcades, even theater seating. Special financing is available with free delivery. Family Leisure is extending sale pricing on all in-stock hot tubs and swim spas. And if you need supplies to close up your pool for the winter, Family Leisure has them up to 30% off. It's been a while since you've heard of an overstock sale, but Family Leisure is right in the middle of one. Huge deals and a huge overstocked inventory. That means great savings for you. It's happening now at Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Black Friday is now a game day. The Dolphins take on the Jets in the first ever Black Friday NFL game. Stream for free only on Prime. Black Friday football. Dolphins versus Jets. Coverage begins this Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Only on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/watch Black Friday football for details.
Make your next grill your last with the Big Green Egg at East Memphis Ace. Smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all with a lifetime warranty. Ready to cook in only 15 minutes with cook temperatures below 200, above 700, and anywhere in between. Change your at-home cooking experience for life with our unmatched, authentic wood-fired grill flavor that has our customers raving. Get your Big Green Egg and all our accessories at East Memphis Ace on the corner of South White Station and Quince Road.
Fill your game day cooler with the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, real brewed tea with a 5% kick of alcohol. Look for the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to Little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Big Dacus. Big thanks to Terry Davis. We talked Tiger basketball, who are getting ready for the Battle of Atlantis. That starts on Wednesday. They get Michigan's first up. We also talked with Jake Crane about all the amazing football games we got. It's rivalry week. Iron Bowl doesn't look too exciting this year after watching Auburn get trounced by New Mexico State, the Aggies. But, hey, they're still going to play the damn game. You got the Egg Bowl on Thursday night, so during Thanksgiving, you can watch a little Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Ole Miss early 11.5-point favorite. I think it's going to get ugly. But we're going to talk tons of football, tons and tons and tons of fun this week because we got sports from wall to wall. But we got to get into some funny things. A little Hardwood because, you know, it just feels so good. But I have to remind you, Thanksgiving is on Thursday. If you are cooking your Thanksgiving dinner and you're doing all these, you know, you're slammed, you got to go to the store, you got to do this, let me help them do a little cooking. Somebody do a little cooking for you maybe on Monday, Tuesday, since you'll be so busy on Wednesday. How about get a little something like some Italian food? Experience the taste of Italy at Little Italy's newest location in East Memphis at 6300 Poplar. Little Italy has great Italian food. It's for you, your friends, your family. They got lasagna, rigatoni vodka, Alfredo, lobster ravioli, pizza that's out of control, calzones, hot from the oven, stuffed with your choice of meats, perfectly melted cheeses. It is absolutely off the chain. And to celebrate this November, to kind of get you in the festive spirit, you go over to East Memphis Little Italy, purchase an 18-inch pizza, get a bottle of Chianti for only 56 cents. Now, you have to say, hey, I'm going to buy an 18-inch pizza. I want that 56-cent bottle of Chianti. Bing, bang, boom, you got it. Head on over there. Check them out. Where are they? 6300 Poplar Avenue. It's hidden at the back of the corner of Poplar and Massey. East Memphis Little Italy brings Italy to you. And again, get over there. Get you a good old pizza. 56-cent bottle of Chianti. Normally a $30 bottle. 56 cents, man. Go get your grub on, get your little drink on, and enjoy just some unbelievable Italian food. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Yo, my man, did you hear? You know John Smoltz. Pretty good life, right?
Sure.
Great pitcher.
Yeah.
One of the best jobs he's one of the best guys at baseball.
Sure.
Great job. Is there anything that this man can't do?
I don't know, John.
Well, you know what I just found out?
What's that?
He's also a great golfer. We've always known that him and Maddox and Glavine used to play golf all the time. Do you know that he is right now possibly going to qualify for the Champions Tour?
Really?
Yes. My man, John Smoltz, and I mean, I'm sure he gets to play a lot of golf. Again, like I said, he's got a great job. He's rich. He's a great athlete. He is qualifying. He's in Q school right now, and he is just like really right there about to make this bad boy. And I don't know. I think that's one of the wildest things ever. I mean, Smoltzy, a Hall of Fame baseball career at Q school, and he's trying to make the PGA Champions Tour.
That's crazy.
Man, could you imagine if Smoltzy was a regular on the Champions Tour? I think that people would want to tune in to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
John Smoltz doing ridiculous things. And then there's Travis Kelce saying some ridiculous things. Do you know what Travis Kelce said?
No, what he said?
He said, I'm not just in love with Taylor Swift's musical talent or good looks. I'm fascinated by her brain. And I'm learning new things from her every day. She challenges me. I've never been a man of words, and she's just blowing my bleeping mind. I've learned more being with Taylor than he probably ever did learning at Cincinnati when he was going to college.
Wow.
Did you know that Taylor was this smart? That she's a literal genius, he says?
I don't know if I trust him.
I don't know if I trust him. And I don't know what's going on with Kansas City fans, because you know it's like freezing in Kansas City right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like by the way, weather's going to play a little bit of a factor in tonight's game, so pay attention to the weather. But Chiefs fans are already waiting in the hours, and they've already started tailgating. It is 12:38 here in Memphis, and you got Chiefs fans already tailgating in freezing temperatures, getting ready for Monday night's game. And I think it's because they know T Swizzle might be in the house. If you're going to play, if this is going to be a battle of last year's Super Bowl, you don't think T Swizzy's going to be in the audience?
So now I guess since he's dating Taylor Swift, she can wear a Travis Kelce jersey, and Mama Kelce can rock Jason Kelce's jersey. Right? Like, she doesn't have to do the half jerseys anymore.
The split?
Yeah.
Because Tayl's supporting him?
There, yeah. So
well, I mean, what are you trying to say? Like mom's not going to love him?
He's got enough love.
I mean, he did get he's got the rings.
I mean, I think she was trying to do both.
But dude, Jason got sexiest man. Like, was it one of the top sexiest men in the world?
I mean, but Jason Kelce's married. You know, he's got a lot going. Maybe Travis Kelce. You know, she just felt like I gotta love both of them, and now that he's getting all this attention and Taylor's there, you know, she doesn't feel like she has to support both of them as much. Not like that. That sounds terrible, though.
It doesn't sound terrible. It is what it is. It is what it is. What it is. Now, there's some weird stuff. You know Dana White.
Oh yeah, Dana.
Dana White's a very, very wealthy, rich UFC, the owner of UFC, done tons and tons of great stuff. He's also an admitted degenerate gambler. You know that, right?
I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Like hardcore. Like, dude he don't play no games. I mean, he gambles and gambles and gambles. Well, now the weird thing that's happened is I just don't understand this. You know Taylor Lewan, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Taylor Lewan and the guy he does some podcast with went on a crazy streak in Vegas. They turned $10,000 into $500,000. And then they gifted it and gave it to Dana White, who was at the casino. What in
really?
Yeah, like, I don't get that. I mean, I don't know. Is the $500,000 giving him going to give them enough recognition to add more people to their podcast? Or, bro, like, drop him. Like, why are you giving a rich dude who they say, how much is he worth? Hundreds of millions of dollars, Dana White?
Maybe more, yeah.
Why are you dropping him off $500K after you went on a historic run at the casinos and turned $10K into $500,000? I'm jealous. Like, rich just get richer. It's just insane. And everybody was out there in Vegas, you know, for the Grand Prix and all that stuff, the F1. And then Dana White sitting there doing a little playing, and dude gave him, I mean, just, and here it is. His net worth is estimated at $400 million. And you gave him, and Taylor Lewan ain't playing football no more. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, and you know, he also has, not only does he have UFC, he also has, like, the Slap Fight League. Have you heard of this league?
Oh, is he into that?
No, he owns it.
He owns it? Yeah, Jake Crane and all them went out there to the slap fighting competition.
Because we were talking to David Cohn, and I think they were already out there. Yeah, so, no, he's in charge. He runs that as well. So, I mean, he's got, you know, slap fighting, not my style. I like UFC, but the slapping is a little odd to me. But, hey, you know, he I guess, knows what he's doing. And likes gambling.
He does love to gamble. Still very, very weird for me, but to give him that much money, I just don't understand it. Now, do you know who Wayne Brady is?
Yeah.
What show does he do?
He did the Wayne Brady show, didn't he? Didn't he have his own show?
Yeah, and he also, doesn't he do like a game show? Where...
Yeah, he does, let's see. Let's Make a Deal.
Let's Make a Deal.
Oh, I know him from Whose Line Is It Anyway? I used to watch him on Whose Line Is It Anyway? He's in a great Chappelle Show skit.
Oh, yeah, but they were making fun of him in that one, but that was great.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, I think he was maybe on Dancing with the Stars a little bit. He was on the Drew Carey Show. But yeah, the Wayne Brady Show is probably where a lot of people know him from.
Well, Wayne Brady, who's basically A lot of people say he's the nicest man in Hollywood. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Like the nicest guy, period, yada, yada, Wayne Brady. Well, bro, he got in a little altercation over the weekend.
Did he really?
Yeah, dude. My man's driving down the Pacific Coast Highway in Malibu Sunday night. Another car hits him. Like, they pull over. I mean, there's a collision. There's a wreck. They get out. They start having words. Next thing you know, Wayne Brady's fighting this dude, man, a 51-year-old man. No joke. Wayne Brady on the side of the PCH. I haven't seen the video.
But is there video? Can I find video?
I hope there's some video because I want to see it if there is. I don't know if there is. But according to the police, sheriff's deputies got a call from Wayne Brady who, got in a physical fight with a 51-year-old man who hit him. The man then after the fight gets in his car and takes off, and he just is gone. Well, the cops catch up to him. About 20 minutes later, my man doesn't just get arrested for hit and run, but also he was drunk as Cooter Brown and got a DUI. You'd have to be drunk to fight Wayne Brady, right?
John, did we talk, speaking of accidents, did we ever talk about, and I can't remember, so we probably did we ever talk about the TMZ getting Kelly Oubre's Ring doorbell camera footage from when he got
I don't know
hit?
how they got that. Did he give it to him?
He must have, or somebody must have given it to him. I mean, I don't know why. That's not something that I would think, like, Kelly Oubre would want to hide.
Like him walking in, though, at his house and, like,
He was very
carrying
uneventful,
his
though.
bike was very uneventful and just telling his girl, babe, I just got hit by a car.
And she's like freaking out. She's like, what do you mean you got hit by a car?
I was like,
You're
just
terrible.
got hit by a car, yeah. Just got
Still
hit.
the most beautiful man in the NBA. I mean, he's extremely attractive. But then I saw a report that, like, the police couldn't find a lot of evidence that he actually got hit by a car or something like that. Like, it was weird.
Oh,
like,
I haven't heard this whole shake in the story.
I don't think, like, they were trying to say that he was, like, lying, but they were like, they couldn't find any, like, substantial proof that
Tyrese Maxey went out there and dedicated a game to Kelly Oubre and dropped 50 points, and he did it all for Oubre for getting hit by a car.
Yeah, and like, obviously he got hit by a car. Dude was in the hospital. Let's see, the police have not found video evidence of a hit and run at the location Oubre identified, but it's worth noting that Oubre is new to Philadelphia and he probably doesn't have encyclopedic knowledge of the city's streets. In addition to a fractured rib, Oubre suffered undisclosed injuries to his hip and leg. So that's what it was. Is I guess he said, yeah, I got hit on like 63rd Street or whatever, and they pulled up the cameras on 63rd Street and they were like, there was no hit and run on 63rd Street. So it was probably a different street or something like that, but I did see that over the weekend.
Wow.
Or he's lying.
I don't.
Maybe
he just wrecked
John.
his bike, like fell over like Biden did, and felt bad and said, I didn't, because he's a pro athlete.
Or, reckless speculation, maybe he was at a different girl's house. Her man came home
and beat the brakes off of him.
And he came home and was like, babe, I got hit by a car.
All right, do you remember?
No, I don't like reckless speculation.
This is not reckless speculation, but do you remember that one time I got bamboozled and I had to come up here?
That's kind of what got me going on this idea, as I remembered what happened to you.
Yeah, so I was minding my own business one day, went out for a Sunday fun day. I decided to go by myself, kind of go a little low-key, just watch the games. And all of a sudden, this good-looking woman came and sat right next to me. She invited me back to her house. Didn't tell me she was married. Didn't tell me that the next morning her husband was coming home about 5 o'clock in the morning. And you know what happened? Remember?
He found you.
I got one of my teeth knocked up in my face. Shout out to Dr. Dory for saving my tooth, getting it all fixed, and I still made it on air at 11 o'clock that day, and I got my tooth knocked out up my mouth at 5:30 in the morning. That's a dentist right there.
I guess so. You know, I hear dentist ads all the time. They're like, they can get you the best smile.
No, Dr. Dory Sellers is the real deal.
John's on here like, if you get your mouth beat in and you need a tooth fixed before going to work, go, because she can fix you right.
She can save you. She can save you. But that could have happened to Kelly. It's happened to me once before. And again, just so you know, don't ever sleep with a married woman. That's the meanest thing you can do. But bro, if she's not wearing a ring and she ain't telling nobody, it ain't my fault, right?
Sounds like her fault, John.
I do too. I agree. It's definitely 100% her fault. On the other side, it's time to get to some bets. So please don't touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Here at Memphis Barbecue Supply, we have everything you need for your Thanksgiving feast. If you're smoking, deep frying, or putting that turkey in the oven, we got over 20 different turkey injections and brines to keep your meat juicy and moist, with brine bags and buckets, and 308 different rubs and sauces to choose from. If you're in need of fuel, Memphis Barbecue Supply carries 9 different types of wood chip, chunk, mini logs, and logs of wood, and over 4 tons of wood pellets in stock. And don't worry, we also carry thermometers, injectors, and all other sorts of gadgets that you might need to simplify your cook. And for any questions that you might have, our knowledgeable staff is always eager to help. Memphis Barbecue Supply is located at 7041 Stage Road in Memphis, or you can order online at mbbqsupply.com. Follow us on all the social media platforms for recipes, new products, and barbecue news.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry, and they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Bartlett Small Engine has free pickup and delivery both at your home and curbside for lawnmowers, blowers, edgers, and any small engine. Call 901-386-9779.
Everyone needs protection, whether you're on the field or on the road, so make sure you have the best. Bob Simpson State Farm Insurance can buckle you up with auto insurance, can back you up with life and health insurance, cover your business whether it's starting, growing, or maturing, and don't forget to insure your home, no matter if you're an owner or a renter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Bob Simpson today at 901-381-1233 or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson.
A 3-carat lab-grown diamond for just $599? A 2-carat lab-grown for only $299? A 1-carat lab-grown diamond for just $99? It's not a mistake. It's Genesis Diamond's unbelievable lab-grown Black Friday sale. That's right. This weekend, Genesis is offering deals absolutely no one can touch. So you can put the ring of her dreams on her finger and get the deal of your dreams at the same time. Other stores are charging $10,000 for 3-carat lab-grown diamonds. But at Genesis, it's just $599. Their 2-carat lab-grown diamonds are over $4,000, but the Genesis price is just $299, and their 1-carat lab growns are $1,500. But you can get a 1-carat lab grown at Genesis for just $99. This offer is not too good to be true, but it is limited to the first 150 customers with the purchase of one of Genesis' exclusive settings. Imagine proposing to the love of your life with a stunning 3-carat certified lab-grown diamond, any shape, showcased in a one-of-a-kind setting. Don't miss Genesis Diamond's lab-grown Black Friday event this weekend, including Sunday, on Poplar at Perkins Extended. See store for details.
Hey, everybody, that to-do list for the holidays? Well, you're going to want to write this down. Go to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch. A lot of these new Silverados have red tags, and Kevin and Jeff said they'll get you financing as low as $1.9 or $2,000 cash. You can get one of these new Equinoxes with financing as low as $1.9 or $1,000 cash, and your good credit deserves it. And look, I'm out here in Olive Branch, and All-Star has any new Chevy you want. Tahoes, Trailblazers, and a lot of families I know love these new Traverses with all the cargo space and third-row seating. And so can you. And do more together this holiday season. Military, teachers, college students, healthcare. You get $500 bonus. And if you want certified pre-owned Chevys or any pre-owned car, All-Star has a lot full. Silverados, Ram trucks. Here's a Nissan Rogue, Lexus, Honda, Suburbans, Jeeps. If it's not here, just ask Jeff and he'll find it for you. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah or Bartlett or even Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with my good buddy Bryant Dacus. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Hope you're ready for a little Thanksgiving festivities, all kinds of action. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but you know, each year out in Collierville, they go all out. It's a magical Christmas season. They take care of business. One of their signature events is the Christmas tree lighting. Well, guess what? That is tomorrow night. They also have a Christmas parade on December 1st. Anytime between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you can visit Santa Claus in the gazebo between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. It's going to be awesome. It's just a design. They got music out there to get you in the holiday spirit. I am fired up for this event.
That gets me fired up, John.
It's fun. It's awesome, man. And you go over there tomorrow night and you watch the Christmas tree lighting, man, make sure you stop into Dyer's.
Heck yeah.
Goodness gracious, yes, Dyer's. It's not just downtown anymore. They're out there in Collierville Town Square, historic Collierville Town Square. They got Pasquale's Tamales. You know they got the amazing sandwiches. Their burger, they've been doing it right since 1912. They also have those amazing shakes that come out there in the beautiful glass and have the little extra left over in the shaker tin. My goodness, you know what also sounds good? A little banana pudding right now. Oh, my goodness. Chicken, hot dogs, burgers, and more. That's Dyer's Cafe. It's the way that old-fashioned hamburgers have been made. And they've been doing it since 1912, and nobody does it better. So when you go out there to Collierville Town Square, enjoy the Christmas tree lighting. Go enjoy the Christmas parade on December 1st. Go see Santa Claus 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And stop in and see my buddy Mark over at Dyer's. Now it's time to get to a little betting action. You know, I've been looking at this game. This weather's got me a little bit nervous for that total. Talking with Jake Crane about this game, he likes the over 45.5. And who am I to argue with Jake? So I'm not. So I'm still leaning that way. But what I do like is watch that line. If Kansas City gets to 3, buy the half. If you have to buy a whole point, do it. But I think this is going to be a very, very close game. It's going to be tight. I love Philadelphia plus the 3.5. Much more than I like Kansas City minus the 2.5. This, like Jake said, has a feel of a 27-24 football game. That'll get you the over. That'll also get you a little cover. Don't know which team wins, but, man, 3.5, you win by hook or by crook. Dadgummit, man, it is that week. This is the best time of the year, I think, for football.
Sure is.
There's not a better week. We start tonight, Eagles and Chiefs. Enjoy it. Don't forget, Tigers going to be playing Michigan on Wednesday. It's feast week, baby. Hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon. For Bryant Dacus, I'm John Harden. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Guns, and more guns. Over 700 firearms in stock. Home Defense Guns,